Something very interesting to share with you, right? So, again, this is in the subject of constitution, trust, and all of that law. If this ain't for you, keep scrolling. But something very interesting, right? If you look at the Constitution, at the second to last page, there's something called the oath of office. What is the oath of office? It says the oath of office and allegiance, right? This is something that an individual needs to sign if they want to occupy the office of ministry of a public government office, then, right? So in order to acquire the authority of a minister and the respect of the title honorable, you have to tender a promise to bear true faith and allegiance to Belize and the Constitution and the law. You need to give that. A promise needs to be given in order for you to receive that title and authority. Now, interesting thing is that this is supposed to be public records, right? And I've been trying to find where can I acquire an actual public record of an oath of office signed by any minister, right? Doesn't matter who it is. So I called the National Assembly, right? Last week. I spoke to the office of the clerk, the clerk of records at the National Assembly. I called and say, look, hi, good day. And they said, hey, how can I help you? Well, I want to know if you can help me out because I'm trying to acquire the copy of the oath of office of a minister. I said, well, you can get that in the Constitution. It's in the back of the Constitution. I said, I meant that I want an actual copy. I want a copy of an oath that's signed already by a minister, and I want like a certified copy of that because it's my understanding that that should be public records, and it is what a public officer needs to tender in order to acquire the authority and office. That's my understanding. He says, oh, okay, yeah. We don't have that here. They do their swearing in verbally here, but they don't really sign anything here. What you can do is maybe you can look into the Department of Public Services. They should have it. I said, Department of Public Service? Yeah. Do you have their number? I said, yeah, we have the number. Here you go. Give them a call, right? Talk to the secretary. I said, hey, hi, I'm trying to acquire a copy of the oath of office of a minister. How do I do that? He says, who are you? I tell him who I am. What do you want it? What do you want again? You want the oath of secrecy or the oath of confidentiality? I said, no, I don't want that. I want the oath of office. It's a copy can be found behind the Constitution. He said, oh, okay, hold on a second. He put me on hold. Come back. Sir, I checked with my superiors and we don't have that. We don't have that. I said, oh, the National Assembly over there, they told me you have it. I said, no, we don't have it. You'd have to check at the office of the Prime Minister. They have it. The office of the Prime Minister has this? Yeah, they have it. Okay. All right, cool. All right, I'll give them a call. So you sure you don't have it? No, we don't have that. We don't keep those records here. Okay, so I called the office of the Prime Minister, talked to the secretary. I said, same thing, introduced myself, told him I want to get a copy of the oath of office. I explained, and again, I said they tell me the same thing. It's like you talking about the oath of confidentiality? I said, no, I'm actually not. I'm actually inquiring about the oath of office. And again, same thing over and over. Again, they put me on hold. Again, they come back. Who's calling? I tell them who. What do you want this for? What is this purpose for? I don't understand. What do you want it? What's the purpose? Well, I am an independent researcher. I study the Constitution to gain a better understanding of the laws of Belize and the rights that we have here. So it's my understanding that that's something that's a public record, and I would like to assign property to a public officer, but I want to make sure that that public officer has indeed tendered an oath of office so that it's official, so I can rest well at night when I give the minister the property in trust. And I said, oh, well, you know what? Okay. We don't keep that here, but maybe you can check at the Governor General's office. Her Excellency signs those documents. I said, okay, makes sense. So they probably have it. Okay. So I called the Governor General's office, talked to the secretary, and again, through the same thing, I asked for the oath of office, and then tell me, you want the oath of confidentiality? I said, no, I don't want the oath of confidentiality. I believe that's confidential. Um, unless you're saying that the oath of confidentiality is the oath of office. Is that what you're saying? And I said, give me 1 second. Let me put you on hold really quick. Okay. Come back. Yes, sir. Her Excellency only signs those instruments. Those are instruments. She goes like that. She stresses, those are instruments. Okay, yeah, I get it. I understand that a promise, an obligation on a piece of paper is known as an instrument. Yes. Those things, we don't keep it here. You'd have to check at the Attorney General's office. The Attorney General brings those instruments here. Her Excellency signs it. And the Attorney General then publishes it in the Gazette. He should have the copies. He is the legal representation of the government of Belize. Okay. I'll call them. I call the Attorney General's office. I get the same response. They're like, the oath of office? Yes, the oath of office. You mean the oath of confidentiality? Again, I'm like, and again, I say, if you're saying that the oath of confidentiality is the oath of office and allegiance, is that what you're saying? Hold, please. Again, they put me on hold. Come back. What's your name? What do you want it for? What's going on? I tell them, I'm honest. And then she says, you know what? We don't have it. You would have to check with the National Assembly. I said, wait a minute. I'm not going to call the National Assembly. I can't. I said, why? Because they're the ones who I called first. I called the National Assembly. They say they don't have it. They sent me over to the Ministry of Public Service. The Ministry of Public Service said they don't have it. They sent me over to the Prime Minister's office. The Prime Minister's office said they don't have it. They sent me to the Governor General's office. The Governor General's office said, you have it. Are you saying the Governor General's office and the Prime Minister's office, they're both wrong? They don't know where these documents are? And you, as the legal representation of the government, are you saying that you don't have it and you don't know where it is? Well, let me hold for 1 second. Hold, fag. Okay. She comes back online. She says, I have somebody who might help you out. Okay, cool. But he's busy right now. Okay. But you can send an email and I'll forward it to him. Okay, who is he? He's Mr. Chris or something like that. Mr. Chris? Mr. Chris who? Mr. Chris. He's a drafter. He's in the drafting department. And I said, are you saying that this individual is in charge or in the Department of Legislative Drafting? He's one of the individuals yes, he's an attorney who does that. Okay, so he knows where the oaths of office are. Yes, he could be able to help you out. Can I ask why you guys don't have that? Isn't that instrument very important? Isn't it very important to have records of the individuals who signed those instruments in order to occupy office in government? Says, yeah, but we don't you'll have to talk to him. Okay, you'll talk to him. So send us an email. Okay, I did it right now. And I did it right there. I sent you the email already. Can you confirm you got it? Okay, yes, we got it. Okay, can you please forward it to Mr. Chris, Mr. Legislator Chris, Drafter Chris? Yeah, okay. 3 days passed. Nothing happened. I call again, which is yesterday. And they still don't know. I said to give them a call Monday or Tuesday. See, in my experience, it seems a bit odd. Either they really don't know or they're lying. I more think they just don't know. I don't think they read the Constitution. I don't think, even if they read it, I don't think they would understand it. It's a complex thing to understand. You would have to really be interested, genuinely interested to want to know and learn that, because this thing is a, if you read the Constitution and you don't see that it is a trust agreement, if you don't see that it is it's an agreement in where persons, meaning the legal entities which the government creates, this constitution creates an avenue for those persons to acquire rights from us, right? That's why the Constitution talks about the protection of freedoms and rights of the people, because freedoms and rights are called properties, especially in regards to a state. They're properties. So you can convey property rights to a to a trustee. You can convey it, you can assign it. And therefore, I noticed that these public officers don't understand that. Now, unless I have it completely wrong, I wouldn't mind being challenged on it, but every time I start to ask questions, I realize that they don't have answers. And I'm asking just sincerely, I'm just asking simple questions. I can't even get them to tell me where the oath of office is. They don't even know. And this is one thing, I have called for other things too. But anyway, I think us as the people, we need to try to learn a little bit more about the Constitution. We need to learn this, and something needs to be done, because if the public officials or public officers, they're not abiding by the Constitution, which they're not. Why? Because they're more following procedural law. They're more doing, like, they're acting as directors. They're acting as employees, which is corporate. All employees are corporate, not trustees. They should be operating as trustees. Read the Public Trustee Act, Chapter 199. Read that. It'll tell you. Read the Administrations of Estate Act. It'll tell you. Read the Trust Act. Read the Law of Property Act. Read those acts. Read the movable property right. Read those things. You'll see. Grab a law dictionary. Read it. I guarantee you'll open your eyes. And these officials, they don't read these things, man. I don't think so, man. Maybe I don't think so, man. I don't think so. And if they don't read it, that means they're going to be taken advantage of from people outside who really know these things here. And I think that's why the judicial system has taken over, and they're acting as if they're the gods of the people, and they're sending people to jail for victimless crimes. And that's not supposed to happen. Not under the Constitution. No. Again, but people don't, I'm telling you, man, people not reading this right here, man. But anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. Peace, love, and law.